I forgot I switched off my phone. So I play during the night. I played some Marvel Rivals and I started to like record it, but I don't want to like to record my audio because most of my audio will be like fucking just breathing in, like, you know, like, you know, like it's not very interesting. So I would mute myself, but then I forgot to unmute myself. Anyway, back to Banjo 5. I fucking hate Banjo 5. Why is it so fucking long? I talked to my friend about it, and like, it legitimately just takes you an hour to get to the final boss. It's just like I can beat Radiance. I beat Radiance already. But just the endurance sense of how long you can like last. That's what I was gonna be excited about, the Bioshock 4 Elite. Hey William, how's it going? Bioshock 4 cope is real. I don't think what? Yeah, actually, why is the last guy looks like Gregory House? Why does he legitimately hold it? Oh no, you just. Oh, this is thing I was gonna thank you about. Oh right, I switched this off. Oh, this one. Yeah, it does. This does look like Gregory House very badly. But additionally, I don't even know what the fuck this is. Like, this is not exactly. It doesn't exactly tell me anything. This is just classic Bioshock. I know how this is related. But yeah, cool. I mean, if it ever gonna comes out, then we'll play it. But I'm not holding my breath for it coming out anytime soon. Oh fuck, hold up. Forgot about this. Oops. My bad. I'm not holding my breath for Bioshock. For Bioshock 4. It's not really on my key. Like, I get that, William. I get that you like Bioshock 4 very much. But I get that you like Bioshock very much, and Bioshock 4 is very exciting for you. But like, this is not even cope anymore. Like, cope implies that something is like a possibility. This is just like a, you know. There's not very much a cope anymore. Autism, yes. Sorry to tell you, but that's probably a sign of autism. Anyway, I started my stream slightly late because I was talking with my friend about fictional racism and real world racism. We were talking about and saying how how being racist is actually not cool. And how I will lock him up in a mine and make him my personal slave. But that's just unrelated to him. Damn. That was very unceremonious. I slept for like 12 hours today. Because, well, partially, like I was trying to fall asleep properly. Just willingly fall asleep. Still late. I still was like falling asleep very late. When most people like wake up, I was going like, time for a nap. But that's not even the key part of it. The key part of it is the fact that during my sleep, I was woken up multiple times. Which kind of like... Here's the thing, nothing makes you more tired than being woken up by somebody else. And I was woken up because one of my neighbors was like talking to their like they brought in their grandkid and he or she, I don't know, was running around back and forth in the corridor and like yelling. And I was like, objectively speaking, I would have probably slept for only 8 hours. I haven't had like a timer, but like the problem is the kid was here like the entire day. Up until I woke up, the kid was still here. So I was like, oh. And that just made me restless sleep. I dislike that. I do dislike meowing milkmaid. I'm sorry. And of all things you could have said, that one was by far the worst. That one by far the worst. I'm sorry. That one was horrible. I like the hard shell hamburger. Hard shell hamburger was actually pretty good. I do like also creative input. I'm doing good. Before this stream, I did like some practice, including the fact that I've gotten like in one go, I gotten all the way to absolute radiance. I don't know who came from TDC, but no, I think no. No, I think my Skibidi Sigmas are actually better than my Meowing Milkmaid. Was that really the entire time the reference? The reference to like the guy talking in like the guy mentioned brain rot? Okay. I like the hard shell hamburger more. I also, again, don't know who came to these things. No idea. Wait, is TDAC? I don't know what TDAC is. Okay. He just said skip these segments? Okay. TDAC. Oh, that one, yeah. I was kind of planning to watch it, but then I didn't. I like the pilot for from the same creator. I like the pilot of the Gaslight District. That one I like as like a premise. When you say in Polish dub, do you mean like there is a Polish dub directly from Digital Circus, or do you mean it's like an unofficial, like a channel where they're like, we're gonna dub your fucking show, you know? Because back in the day, I talked about this. Back in the day, there was when I was, I don't know, 13. There was the dub, official dub. Okay, because when I was like 13 or something, 13, 9, somewhere in that age, early teens to pre-teens, there was a dub for, there was a Russian dub for Smosh, for Russian dub for PewDiePie, and all of those dubs were not like an official dub. It was like some guy was like, you know what? I think PewDiePie would be really popular if he just translated also Russian. And he was kind of right. Smosh and PewDiePie, that's how I watched them for like a while, until I learned enough English to be like, okay, I can watch it by myself. Was found some days ago. It took like, what is lost? What is Uncle Walt? I don't know what Uncle Walt is. You're talking levels of autism that I have not seen before. You always talk about like lost media, like I didn't even know it was lost. You want to be nice on the stream? Were you mean before? Okay. You were mean again, the question is like, you were mean before? I don't think you were super mean. Yeah, I'll watch the stuff in the server. I just grilled the sandwich before the stream, and like I didn't get a chance to eat it, so now there's a smell of like grilled sandwich in my room. So good, it's so enticing. Yeah, now it's easier. Oh, I just want to be done with Pantheon 5. Like, the beauty of Pantheon 5 is that whenever you're trying to complete it, it's gonna take you an hour regardless. Like, it's regardless of how well you play it, it's still like an hour. Yeah, I know I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Whoop. Okay. Thank you. So how are you guys doing? You never really talk about how things going. You always just... Well, SMB shows up, says some things, and leaves. William also always shows up, talks about like a Lost Media or Bioshock or like a Roblox creator, and then leaves. Never really talk about how you're doing besides that, you know? How's your day going? How's your week? Because I personally need to do more. I have some side projects that I kind of abandoned. Purely because I cannot fix my sleep schedule, and like I know like it always makes me go like, no, I first need to fix my sleep schedule, but then I go, fucking when, you know? Damn, only one hit. Okay. I want to change up how the model looks. There is a changes that I was working on for model for Bellisio. Because I kind of was like, I was slightly dissatisfied with the model that I made, and I was like, I want to like improve it slightly. And we were talking about it, but then I kind of forgot about... No, not forgot. It was always at the back of my mind, but it always was like, fucking... I wanna do it, but like, I wanna fix my sleep schedule first and foremost, you know? That's what I was saying. I also will go on break soon, where I'm gonna meet up with my friend. My close friend, and I have a birthday, and I'm gonna meet up with him, and to do that I need to buy a ticket. I already have a couple of gifts. I have like a gift that like I would consider a legitimate gift, and I have a gift that I would consider like just, you know, a housewarming present. A legitimate gift. I will not say what it is. But housewarming gift is a bunch of bottles of homemade alcohols that I made. Among them, there is blueberry wine that I made, which is like by far one of the better things that I have in my possession. There is mead that I also made, but like I don't have a lot of it, so it's like it's really like I'm pretty much just giving my entire like everything that I have away in terms of mead. That one also I will give. It's not a lot, it's like half a liter. Anyway, so there is those two. there is lemon wine, which honestly I don't think it's that good in terms of like by itself. Like it gives like a strong citrus flavor, but it's not really good for like drinking by yourself. But I would definitely, like, when I'm gonna give it to my friend, then I recommend to like make, like, example, sangria from it. So if you don't know, sangria is like you take wine, you put like bunch of citrusy fruits inside. You mix it with like some sugar. It's pretty nice. It's a nice, refreshing summer drink. And that would be like my recommendation for my friends. Like mix this with like some red wine, make sangria, you know, or just make it by yourself, or make like literally anything that you can make like with citrus, I guess. Like, so make like another recommendation would be like to make like homemade iced tea, but like with like the lemon part being substituted with alcohol, so it's like cool alcoholic iced tea. Another thing I made was so in Ukraine we have this drink called kvass. It's slightly different from what SMB might know, because I'm pretty sure kvass is also familiar in Poland. But it's slightly different. It's just bread that's fermented, and the key point of it is the fact that it's a fermented bread and it's like bubbly, pretty good. I tried to make it at home, and it turned out pretty good originally, but like I've let it ferment for a while, which in turn made it into like essentially wine. Personally, on my judgment, I think it would go very good with like if it was like carbonated, or especially if you were to make if you don't know, in France they call it panache, but in Germany they call it radler, which is you mix lemonade and beer, and I think this would go very good to mix with some lemonade, to make essentially like a kind of like a different, kind of like a variation of radler. And then there are gonna be 2 bottles of the same thing that I made. It's gonna be rice wine. I made a while ago rice wine that I only recently opened to like check how it is, and like it's pretty good rice wine. And I'm gonna give 2 bottles of it, not simply because it's a good rice wine, but because one bottle gonna be nice, clear rice wine for drinking, and another bottle will be not so nice and clear, but I will recommend to use it for cooking. I will probably use that bottle on my visit to my friend, because I wanna like cook for my friend. I like to cook for my friend, and I have like a recipe that I think would be good with some rice wine in it. So it's a wild thing to use. One thing about this rice wine that I don't kind of get, and I couldn't like search up an answer, concrete answer as to why X, Y, Z happened, is the fact that when I just opened it to try to like find out a little bit about this rice wine, how it is, if it's like, if it's drinkable or if it's dog shit. When I just opened it, it was crystal clear rice wine. It was nice, it was clear, and like a bottle that I bottled from it to like later, and one of the bottles that I bottled is like nice crystal clear bottle, right? Really good. But then another bottle that I bottled a little later, and now like the entire like container in which I bought, in which I have the rest of my rice wine. So number one, the entire container and the second bottle that I made, they both turned like slightly yellow, and like I have no idea why it's yellow. Like objectively speaking, I have no idea what like happened for it to be yellow, besides the fact that it's yellow now. It used to be clear. I have evidence of it being clear, but I have no idea why it's yellow now. I mean, I searched up like yellow rice wine. There's like any problem with that. A lot of rice wine is yellow, so it's not. That didn't particularly give me anything. Like they were like, if your rice wine is yellow, all right. And I'm like, okay. So I have no idea what to search up in terms of like if there's like problem. Like searching up like, hey, my rice wine turned from clear white to like from crystal clear to like slightly off yellow color, like gave me no results at all. But still a good rice wine. I mean, like before like giving it to my friend, just in case, I will like obviously drink it to be like, hey, if something's bad about this rice wine, I will be the first one to let you know. I don't think there's anything particularly bad about it. I guess the key part about it, for me, is the fact that slightly off yellow rice wine doesn't look as like nice as like a crystal clear rice. Crystal clear rice wine looks very nice and presentable. And I have no like personal idea as to what could be like explanation. Like my biggest guess is that because I opened it, I introduced oxygen to it, which in turn, I don't know, like started some sort of other process. Maybe it like turn into vinegar. If it started to turn into vinegar, well, that's gonna be a problem. But there's not exactly a solution to that. Rice wine vinegar is not bad for cooking, but not very good for drinking. I actually had a dream where I found. So like, this is a known thing about me. I found my second monitor, the one that I'm looking at right now, in the garbage. It was just chilling there, being like, "Yo, what up, dude? How's it going?" And I had a dream where I found another monitor in the garbage. And like I did the same thing that I did with this monitor, which is bring it home, give it a nice new, brand new house. But the problem that like Dream Me didn't realize, that I now realize that I'm awake, is the fact that if I had like a third monitor, it's not really like question of like space, but like I would need to buy like what's it called? I would need to buy display cable. Because simple HDMI would not work. Unless I want to like hook up HDMI directly to the motherboard, which could be done. I always struggle with Lost Kin, I don't know why. By the way, I started to get like random ass spam messages from one of my emails, and like I have multiple emails. I have like a lot of different emails, and like among some of them, one of them is like specifically for something I like don't trust. For example, like a website goes like, "Hey, would you like to like subscribe to our fucking newsletter or whatever, for like a discount or whatever." I go, "Yeah, sure, let me give you my totally legitimate email." And then I give them that email, okay? And recently, I like some of the spam messages that's supposed to be filtered out got through, like I guess the spam filter. So I've been getting like a notification. Like I will not tell you the exact email, but let's say it's like something like garbagecompactor@gmail.com, and they will contact me with like the name that I chose for that email, which is Garbage Compactor, and they were like, "Hey, Garbage Compactor, long time no see. Check me out on this dating website. Hey, Garbage Compactor, I'm all home alone." And it's like gotten through like the spam filters, and I don't know what the fuck happened, but like the sudden, it was like 4 emails in a row that all gotten through the pump filters and like contacted me like, hey, garbage contact. I'm like, bro. Fuck, how many times is this guy gonna do this? Fucking goddamn. Okay. Okay, we had fun. We had fun. Isn't it Zoto right after this guy? No. Right after this guy, it's Norn guy. Norn guy who like flies around and he's because he's like parkour. He's always parkour. I fucking hate parkour levels. Fuck.
Mine.
I fucking hate parkour levels, god damn it. And next is Zoto, right after that. I gotta be kind of prepped for Zoto. Yeah, maybe not so prepped. Hold on a second. Nobody's prepared for Zoto. Fuck. I want to just smite the little Zoto, not the big Zoto. Okay. Oh. Champion. It's interesting. It's okay. I think I talked about this, but like the fact that his big form, I mean not big. He's like, holy shit, that did damage to my guy. He's big. He's like the true form, not the dream version. It's called False Knight. False Champion. Right? Is it False Knight or False Champion? One of the two. But the dream version is still called not True. It's not called like True Knight. It's not called True Knight. It's just called False. It's not. It's called Fail. We're still not like a true version of the game. Ah, fuck. Up. I assume they need to heal. Usually whenever I prepare for this stream, I fight the version that does like 4 parts of damage, so I'm very used to not having a lot of health. 4 masks of them, sorry. It's no mistake. Oh, goddamn. Fuck. Oh, damn. Really squeaked it out the last minute. The last second. We did hear. Yeah, the fact that he's so strong. The pale worm was so strong. He was literally. He had like a 10-inch soft. Fucker. Oh, come on. Oh, fuck. I really like the way he falls. Like whenever you kill him, he just goes like, whoa. Just it's so funny. Okay, Radiant time. Okay, hold up. Gotta loosen up. Okay. Okay, hold on a second. We can do it. Fucker. Oh. Oh, come on. Ah. No! Ah. God fucking damn it. Because fucking 50 minutes. Oh, fucking I hate Radiance. I hate Pentium 5. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna have a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm sure I don't.
Ask them about
Yeah,
the
I'm trying to
cigar
get it on the
bar.
screen.
Oh,
I hate them very much because it's very good animation, but I hate the idea of shipping real people because it's two real people, you know.
oh God.
The Bizarre Bar?
Have you ever been to a cigar bar?
Yeah, why'd you ask me that?
Exactly. You see? I told you guys he's been to one. I told you. You guys didn't believe
Why?
me. So I was talking to people about like Valentine's, and then I was like, oh, you take your Valentine's date out to a cigar bar, and people are like, what the fuck? What?
Maybe I wouldn't take like a date there.
You wouldn't take her to a cigar bar?
I mean, it's like, I don't know. It doesn't. It's like smoky and shit. It doesn't. I don't know. Like, cigar bars are good with like your friends.
A girl can be your friend.
You just said it was a date.
What?
Yeah, but you could have a date with a girl that's also your friend.
I normally wouldn't call that a date. Just hanging out, I'd say.
At a cigar bar.
Do you guys hang out with your friend who is a girl and then call it a date, but it's just a hangout?
Sorry, it was a sandwich break. Oh fuck! I ate it so quick. Yeah, I really like animations. It's cute and nice, you know. So good and fun. It's like real people. And the fact that there is like a built-up narrative about the two of them dating really makes me go, ugh, I don't know. Like the problem is that they're real people, you know. Like if they, like technically speaking, Iron Mouse is like a persona, right? And Connor. And Connor is also kind of like a persona because he's like online. But also they're like real people, you know. If I know it's kind of like comes with the idea of like success, the fact that people kind of like stop treating you like a human being and start treating you like a fucking prop. But again, back to the point that I'm not making, the fact that I just really feel uncomfortable about the idea of like you know, making real human beings. Real human beings into like a two characters in an anime that you ship, you know? Actually, now that I think about it, about shipping, there is a webtoon I used to read that that I stopped. I think purely because nobody would like come out with like I wouldn't see like more of it. But like I think I need to check it out for sure. Like what happened to it now? It used to be called. I don't remember what it was. I actually don't remember what it was called. Yeah, the story was essentially, you have the classic story of, like, the Demon King battles a brave heroine, Saintess, right? And then, while they're battling, the Demon King is like, "What makes you believe that you can defeat me?" And the Saintess says like, because I have the power of love on my side, and and like later it's revealed she just blurted it out because it was like a cliche, you know, anime plotline, but like in actuality she kind of cringed afterwards. But then like stomped the Demon King because he's like, the fuck is love? and so he goes into like to like a library to search up what love is. He doesn't have the answer. He's like, okay, postpone the battle with Satan so you can learn what fuck love is. And then this is the most like a ridiculous part about any anime is the fact that it's always academy. It's always academy or school or some other shit. Like the Saintess and the Demon King are fighting life and death duel, right? Like they're going on a fucking holy crusade. Demon King is like hundreds years old fucking monarch of a country. But like Saintess goes to school and so Demon King also goes to school with her, even though like objectively they're like such powerhouses that like you don't need school. Like the Demon King goes to school because that's where the Saintess is. And the Saintess go to school. Why? She's like nominally in like canonically known as like the strongest being on human side, to the point where like anything that Demon King sometimes does is brushed off as like the Saintess did it. Like Demon King will cast like 9th level spell and then it's like Saintess, stop helping the guy, you know. Anyway, and then like they have like developed like romance with like the Demon King being like super autistic. There's no other way to describe it. The man, like he's autistic not simply because he doesn't know what love is, because apparently demons don't have like the concept, even so they have like children. But he is also autistic on the sense that like sometimes like he'll say something or do something and like he does not read social cues at all. And like it could be brushed off as like a demon king kind of thing, but like the fact that he's like a demon. But like at the same time, he has like servants who like know this shit. You know? Like they know it. He doesn't. He's just autistic. There's no way to describe it. I actually really wanna kind of read it again. Because number one, I actually really like the design of both Demon King and the Saintess. Like on their cover art, they have like the full-on. They have like their like mix of like their academy attire and like their like warrior garments. It's like the design is very cool. I like it. The reason I started thinking about it is because I started reading the whole thing, so I sandwiched some stuff stuck in my teeth. Fuck. Toothpicks, very useful. Anyway, the reason I started thinking about it is because what's it called? I started to read another webtoon called Demon King Surrounded by Heroes. The premise, and actually, it's well, like number one. Okay, well first we're gonna talk about the premise. The premise is Demon Kings invade like different planets, different like universes. Because fucking reasons, like it's not explained, but they need to do it. And in order to invade these worlds, they have like an instruction guide on how to do it, because they have to like obtain enough people supposed to fear them, to like obtain powers. They have to here's like a survival guide. But the problem is that, like in the chapter 1, you find out is that survival guide was actually built like wrong. Not exactly wrong to say like it's number one, every single Demon King follows the instruction guide to like a T, you know. So they all do it by the same playbook. Nobody deviates from it, and that means that all Demon Kings are so predictable. And number two is the fact that this instruction guide makes heroes kind of like pretty strong. Because like one of the key parts about it, as soon as you invade, you send out like messenger to warn the heroes in order to strike fear, so you get more powerful. But that gives like heroes the prep time. You then like you send out low level demons to fight heroes, torment them, gaining more power for you, but also training the heroes in return. You structure your like layer at the most visible point, so heroes can easily find you. And then you structure it to be like the easiest level being level 1, and then the hardest being like level whatever before they meet you, which also again trains the heroes, making them like fucking prepared to fight you. So all of this became like a glaring weakness for demons, and the main character, the Demon King, dies to the heroes as they like explain to you like, hey, this is about how you fucked up. You made it so fucking predictable for us to like follow this shit to a T. And so the main character was like, okay, if I like ever get second chance, I will do exact opposite. And guess what? He gets a second chance where he travels back in time to before he ended up invading this planet. And he decided I'll do it again, but this time I will not be following the guidelines. Anyways, the reason I'm talking about it is because I really like the design of the Demon King, and he kidnapped like a saintess who's like the first princess of one of the countries in this fictional setting, and like together, number one, they look like they're about to be shipped to in Amazon warehouse. No, they're look like they're like going to be a couple. At least that's my speculation. And this webtoon and the previous one I was talking about, where it's like a full romance. Like the designs are very similar. I guess it's hard to like design Saint and like Demon King differently, but like the Demon Kings look pretty similar in terms of like the difference between two Demon Kings is the fact that one has black hair, another has like gray hair. But like otherwise they like look very similar. And saintesses, both are like blonde with a bob. Oh, I do like the design. Like I'm not really like critiquing the design. I'm not saying it's like bad. I'm just saying like I like the design. It's just very similar. Dude, I just had an idea for my own avatar. I had like an idea for a design. It's actually pretty good. I like it. If I'm gonna implement it, though, for sure. Because I had like an idea. I'll spoil it a little bit. I had like an idea of like oh fucker. I said I banned this. Like I banned all of those words. What the fuck? Oh, this time they couldn't type out best viewers, so they just typed out viewers. Fuck me. These guys are tricky. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna be banning them just in a second. No, I banned so many different words. Top viewers, fucking. God damn it. How is this not registers? How does this not register? Because it's like it's the same word. How is it like assistant can be banned sometimes because you write word as, but like banned. Now that they start to get through my fucking defenses, it annoys me. It annoys me now that they're getting through my defenses. I need like a concrete way to ban that word in chat. Oh, okay, fuck. My bad. But yeah, what I was talking about is like I had some plans for oh fuck me. Please just die. Oh, come on. Wow. 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 That one was kind of sad. That one was kind of sad. Mostly because I was interrupted. The reason I personally said that the main. If I was not interrupted, I would not have wasted those 30 minutes. Anyway, I had like an idea for a street model. Number one, I kind of wanted to just like not physically, because I'm a like whenever I draw it digitally anyway. But I wanted to draw so like I haven't watched the show, but there is a Nosferatu show that I want to watch, but I haven't watched it, and in it is the new Count Orlok. He looks so fucking cool. He looks so fucking dope, and I want to kind of draw him. And I had like an idea for a 3D model that I was like, that's kind of inspired by like right now I had an idea for a 3D model that's kind of like inspired by Count Orlok. Just his outfit, the fucking grip. You got a fur coat on. Oh yeah. I know if it will look kind of stupid. I have like another idea for that as well. So. Mom's stupid. Just trying to be done as quickly as possible. God, no time for knightly honor. You know what's weird? So many, like, whenever you read some sort of like fantasy fiction, so many like noble houses or whatever have some sort of like a weird code of like knightly honor, or in Murim they're gonna be like, oh, it's code of fucking righteousness. Like sometimes the word is chivalry, which just stems from the idea that like chivalry doesn't fucking mean anything because it comes from the fact that knights should treat their horses nicely. Like a lot of those like rules for like etiquette with women, where like you open the door for them and shit. It's literally It literally comes from like treatment of horses back in the day. I mean, to be fair, obviously, horse will not fucking open the door by itself, you know. What was I saying? So what I'm saying is that like a lot of like fantasy fiction has like some sort of like glorified code of conduct for noble houses and families where they're like because we're righteous we have to like fucking abide by these rules or whatever, and it usually just stands for like doing what's right. It's never like code of chivalry means that you have to fucking shit looking at the sun or something like that, you know? It's never that. It's always something like we need to not hurt the innocent, you know? Anyway, why am I fucking bringing it up? It's because like it's always bullshit. It's always based like on the bullshit. It's always like a glorified idea. In real life, if you like go back, like a noble who like abides by code of chivalry will just beat the fuck out of peasants if they look at them. It's the same way. In like it's always like glorified in like martial arts model, but then like in real life they're like a noble can only cut 3 peasants per day to test out the sharpness of a new blade. You know? Like the code of chivalry for a noble was like is way more glorified now. I kind of wish for fantasy where they take that into account. Or like a chivalry novel is like according to my code of conduct, I can only beat the fuck out of you until you break 3 arms. Sorry, 3 arms, fuck, sorry, that's wrong. And until you break an arm in 3 places. Okay. If your arm only breaks 1, that means I was going young. There's very few fantasy and martial arts and whatever where they kind of have something like that, where it's not treated as like an anomaly, you know? Where it's like often whenever I read martial arts manga, they always talk about like righteousness, I guess that's the best word you can come up with to translate it. But it's essentially equivalent to like chivalric code of knights. And like more often than not, it follows like Confucius philosophy of like repay favors and you know, make sure to not be a dick. Anyway, so often whenever it's like somebody says that they're doing righteous thing, but then they're doing like an evil thing, it's usually treated as like an anomaly in terms of like oh, he's like twisting like words or something, you know, like he's like abusing the rules. He's like one of the examples for it is like in Confucianism, like a righteous thing to do is to repay a favor. So like if somebody gives you something, and so often when you see like a character twist that rule, it's like they receive the bribe but it's disguised as a favor, so he's doing a favor in return, but in like actuality it's a bribe, right? And it's often treated as like an anomaly. But instead, what it should be treated as like a common thing, you know? Like you often will have somebody like that's a blatant bribe, how is that possible? Like no, it's like kind of like that's rules is written. not to get too philosophical about this, but this is exactly why Nietzsche's philosophy of slave righteousness of the slave. I forgot what exactly it's called, but essentially Nietzsche described in his philosophy that slave morality. That's what it's called. In a lot of it describes how essentially governmental systems and moral judgment are often written by a lower class. A lower class will look at something the higher class do and then will go, well, we are more like moral than them, more righteous than them, because we don't have X, Y, and Z. That's why, for example, in Christianity, that's directly, that's not from me, this is a direct example from him. That's why in Christianity, like sin of greed, sin of gluttony, sin of lustfulness, all of that is predominantly, if you look at the ruling class, they like to indulge in that in those sins, and thus a lower class person will ascribe those as sinful, while having nothing and like eating shit is as righteous. The big problem with that is that number one, a lot of moral systems are not from the ground up. You have very few systems that are from the ground up, and more often than not, it is in fact the more privileged person dictating what is moral and what is righteous. The simplest example of that being the divine right rule, which is the fact that a rich person will just justify the fact that they have everything and you have nothing by the fact that the God gave it. And the clergy, who are in turn used to control the population and suck up to the rich, will often confirm it by being like, for example, how in Russia, Tsars, in the Holy Roman Empire, the Emperor, and in United Kingdom, the King, are usually treated as religious authority, if not, or at least religiously protected class. For example, well, Tsars in Russia, Tsars Russia, were often nominated as saints in one way or another. What the fuck? Goddamn, that took me out. What the fuck? In Holy Roman Empire, well, the Emperor was to be nominated by and approved by the Pope. And in the United Kingdom, the king is technically the head of a church after King Henry VIII was like, I want to divorce. So, in that sense, Nietzsche is wrong, because usually religious authorities are higher class, and they are the ones that dictate to the poor people that what they're doing is wrong, while themselves are enjoying the privileges of being rich. No, I don't need to do this. Okay. Another example of that being the fact that in another non-Christian example is, for example, based on like a Hindu system, reincarnation is literally you're rewarded for being more pious and good. So if you are unhappy that the rich person got more stuff than you do, well, just be a better person, and in next life you're gonna be in their position. Like, it's literally a justification as to why rich possess more than you is in the literal justification of why rich possess more than you is the fact that rich people were better than you in the previous life, and so they were born rich, and you, broke boy, are born poor because you were a fucking piece of shit in the previous life. You probably like ate a baby or something, you know. You probably ate the baby while he was feeding the baby his own fucking leg, you know. And that's why you're broke and he's rich. It's simple as. But yeah. I know I'm like right now on stream arguing with like Nietzsche, but like, you know what, you gotta like spend some part of my thinking process onto something, you know. I can just look at this 24/7 and be like, oh yeah. I find it kind of funny, overall. The fact that Nietzsche's philosophy overall is not bad, besides the mentality of morality of a slave. Like the one that the one key part I disagree with. But then his I don't remember if it was like his sister or like his like cousin or something, who rewrote some of his philosophy into like a different book because she was like part of Nazi party. Like she was like part of Nazi party, and she was like, damn, this would be like a good book if it didn't like oppose our ideals, so how about I rewrite it a little bit and then give it to Hitler. And that's where he gets the open. Fuck, that's my bad. By the way, now I'm thinking about it, philosophy in like modern day is such a useless degree to have. Like well, like I'm sorry to say it, but like the last thing I want is a philosophy degree is like legitimately a pyramid scheme, because you teach like it would be fine as like you know, like I guess your what is it, like minor in college? As like, you know, you do like physics and like also philosophy on like this side. But as like a main subject, philosophy degree gotta be like the biggest nowadays. Because you teach philosophy, you learn the philosophy degree probably. Then after you get the philosophy degree, the only answer you have is to either teach philosophy degree or work literally anything else. Like it's like there's nothing else your philosophy degree would be useful for. Like work in McDonald's or teach philosophy degrees. That's huge choice you have with philosophy degree. Okay, it's like literally a pyramid scheme. Like, I cannot think of any other degree on the planet Earth that has, like, the same level of, like, where it's all just a circle to, like, go back to teaching philosophy degree. Like, even, like, art, even if you're, like, if you have, like, an art degree, I assume you can at least, like, draw. Like, yeah, I have art degree, so now I'm like painting pluriform on like what's it called on Patreon, you know. But like philosophy degree, you can't do the same. like with art degree, you either start to draw pluriform, work for I don't know, fucking Walt Disney once in a while. Or you're like, or you're working in McDonald's. Philosophy degree, it's like straight up McDonald's or teach people philosophy. Can't really recover from that. Like maybe back in the day, philosophy degree would be like cooler. Sorry, back in the day, it wouldn't be like a degree. Well, when I say back in the day, I mean like when philosophy really mattered, when it was like ancient Greece, and you would be like asking people like, what's a human? And it wasn't like a right-wing rage bait. It was just like straight up like, okay, so can you define human in like the least amount of words possible? And then people would be describing it as like, oh, it's a featherless biped, and then like you like defeather a chicken and you're like, behold, a human. To be fair, out of all descriptions of human, that's like the best ones. I feel like hairless ape is like by far the best one, because like if you like I'm not joking with you. If you ever seen like some like apes, like chimps, like a chimp with no hair because it's like got alopecia or whatever. Like if you've seen one of those, they look so much like humans. Like they look a lot like humans. Just like their face is a little bit fucked up, but like you can excuse it. Like a lot of the, you know, like Christian fucking extremists who go like, oh, you want me to believe that I came from a monkey? And like, bro, have you seen a monkey? Like they look so much like humans. It's great, you know. Like they don't look that far away. Like, fuck. Just so I'm still on this point. One second. Here was the. One second. Where's the? Okay, look at this. Like, he looks so much like a guy, you know? Like he's just a dude. Hold up, I need to do this. Oh, he's just a guy. Oh, look at this. He's like not that far away. They put a fucking Christmas hat on him. Goddamn. Fair enough, he must be gold. Look at him. Just a dude. Like, he is like very much a guy. Nice, thank you for censoring it. Jumbo's a hairless chip. Goddamn, that's a big nutsack. Like, he looks so much like a guy, it's like unbelievable. Look at this. Like, I can bet you I've seen a homeless guy who looks exactly like this. I've seen a man looking exactly like this. Okay, that is a little bit creepy. I don't like whenever they smile, because number one, I know that their smile is like aggression. That's number one. Number two, look at this. This is just a guy. Like, if you've seen this on the street, you'd be like, oh, a homeless guy is shitting, like, on a sidewalk. You wouldn't think like, oh, it's a chimp. Like, put some clothes on him, like fresh fit, and he would be looking better than me, probably. Put some like fucking some Nikes on him. Put some put the tracksuit on him. You're gonna and like lose him in middle of Russia, and like you're gonna not find him because everybody's gonna be his name gonna be immediately Ivanik. Fuck. He immediately gonna have like a nickname. Fuck it. Okay, fine. He's gonna be just like a random homeless guy. I bet you put that guy with that guy in a tracksuit. Lose him in the middle of Russia. It's like, when you're gonna find him, gonna speak Russian. He's gonna start speaking, he's gonna be, yo, what up? And then you're gonna realize that's actually just a random Russian drunkard. You kind of mistaken for you're mistaken for the ape. And then you find him because he probably like put a chip in him or something in case of something. Like he was like biting a person and the person was biting him back. and then you're gonna find him and he's gonna at least know like 3 sentences. He's gonna immediately know how to like, he's gonna know like that like sign for like, hey, bring me alcohol, you know, like when you tap your neck. He's gonna know that and like, and how to say Gorka for something. Like he's gonna blend in so well. The reason I'm playing like specifically Russia is because I want to like extra shit on Russia. I don't like, because if I said like Ukraine, how many of you even know what like drunkards in Ukraine look like? But like, I bet you in Ukraine you can do this, the same thing, you know? You're gonna do it in Ukraine? He's gonna get enlisted? He's gonna get enlisted? He gets a pension plan? I remember during like pretty early on during like Ukrainian enlistment, how like they were like grabbing people who were like literally were getting married. Like it was a little bit insane, but yeah, like they were like doing pretty good. I was talking about like a hairless chimp. Have you seen a hairless chimp? They look so much like humans, it's unbelievable. How are you doing this, Indeed? Okay. Okay, that one my bad. Yeah, if you sticked around, you would have seen that we got an all the way to Absolute Radiance and then I died to it. I'm not faulting you. I'm just saying that like if you watched the stream, you would have seen that like at 48 minutes of the stream, I've died to Absolute Radiance. I was like halfway into the fight. Fuck. Why do I always struggle so much with sibling? This one. on. Bro, I actually, now that I think about it, imagine you're like a first person to see like a chimp. You gotta fuck with it because they're like so much like humans. It's like you probably would have thought like hey, they like probably can speak. You would probably like try to like speak to them, learn language. If like you had no notion of what the chimp is. If you had no notion of what a chimp is, and like you were like, shit, that's like a human right there. You would like try to talk to them, try to teach them your language. But then like it like sees you smile and like since you trying to like intimidate it, so it bites your face off. Because what was the? Is it in Brazil where they're like there's a legend that like orangutan might be like might know how to speak, they just don't want to like talk because then they're gonna like be brought up in all the like human bullshit. That there is some sort of legend that I remember from wherever the fuck orangutans are, where they believe that orangutans are just humans, but they just don't want to like talk to you because then they're gonna have to like pay taxes and shit. I might be fucking wrong on this. I'm like 99%. Honestly, I'm willing to believe it again because, like, apes are so much like humans. Like both orangutan and like the orangutans and chimps, they all so much like humans, but like hair. Like it's really not hard to believe that like you would see one and you go like this motherfucker can talk. Like I don't know for sure. But I'm looking at him and he's like a person. By the way, a while ago on this channel, I was talking about... So, Wonder Woman is actually my least favorite DC superhero. But she just sucks. For many reasons. And one of main which ones is the fact that she just kind of like the reason she sucks the most is because she's often paired up as like one of the big three of DC Comics, purely because she's the first DC Comics superhero woman. Like, objectively speaking, that role of like big three where you have Clark Kent, Batman, and like the third person, if it has to go to a superhero who's a woman, Wonder Woman really doesn't work. So she sucks. For many like a lot about her sucks. It just doesn't work. I'm a hater of Wonder Woman comics. Anyway, a while ago on this channel, I read a review. Well, first I was sent a review by my friend, and I read it separately, and then I read it on stream because I was like, here's the problem, because the review was for Wonder Woman comic, and I had to kind of defend the comic. And I had to kind of defend the comic, which is like my least favorite part. But it's mostly because the reason the comic sucked, in my personal opinion, was the fact that Wonder Woman as a character sucks to write. Like she's pretty bad to write for because she's like inconsistent as a character in many ways. In many ways, Wonder Woman as a character. Your Hollow Knight? Yeah, I guess you gotta like turn off the Hollow Knight. Unless you're talking about the streams, and I don't know. I don't think it is. Yeah, your Hollow Knight. I don't know when I'm playing Neverwinter. Like, I don't know. I don't play it on my off time. On my off time, I don't particularly play. I'm still at level 20, by the way. I'm still at level 20 for Where's the Windsmeet on my account. So you know, that's one of the things. Hey, Armory, by the way, how are you doing? Hey, MJ. Yeah, I know. So like, I guess we can like organize a time for me to play it. Yeah, I get it. I guess we gotta like organize. Well, I mean, I will organize the time. You want to like call with me when I'm playing because I remember you texted me like, text me when you play Where's the Wind. So like, no, I did not beat the boss yet. Anyway, what I'm saying is that like, because you wanted to be on the call with me at the same time, like we can organize a time when like I'm gonna like just whenever you're available for a call, I'll turn on Where's the Wind if we're gonna play it. Anyway, one thing that I was gonna say. Yeah, but like what's the point of voice chat, in-game voice chat, if you can like do it on if you can do it like just normally online, you know? You get what I mean? Would there be less lag? I would assume it would be like the same amount. Actually, MJ, for you. Yeah, I know. I know your CPU is fucking. Actually, there is one thing I wanted to kind of test out, and you might be. Actually, no, I don't know. Like we can talk about this later. That one is not. The thing I was gonna talk about is not important right now to talk on the stream. The guild, yeah. Yeah, you want me to join the guild? Again, I'm not playing Where's the Windsmeet enough. Like, it's a. The problem is that Where's the Windsmeet is not like my key, not the most interesting game for me. Like surprisingly enough, like you're very interested now in martial arts manhwas because you really like Where's the Windsmeet. Well, here's the thing, I don't play Where's the Windsmeet weekly. Yeah, you see, like that's a very very unique thing because for me, like I like martial arts, but like this game did not capture me the same way like martial arts manhwas captured me. When I read martial arts manhwas, I go like, ooh, so cool. So number one, it's hype moments an hour, and number two, it's like as the what's called the battle choreography. And yeah, I had actually, yeah, that was kind of like the most enjoyable part about the gameplay for me. Like I played it until level 20, but which is not too much. But like the most enjoyable part about the gameplay was for me when I was fighting against those like that old man and the fucking baby and whatever, you know. Yeah. Fair enough. Actually, right as you came in, I was talking about. Remember, I texted you about Matriarch is a new Wonder Woman villain. I was talking about the fact that previously on this exact stream, when you sent me about, I know about the pure vessel. So what I was saying is that like okay, concentrate. But what I was saying is that previously on the stream, when you, MJ, send me like a review of like most recent Tom King's run of Wonder Woman, which I like I disagreed with the review because I was like, this review sucks because it's like it misunderstands a lot of things about Wonder Woman and a lot of things about just general political climate right now and all of that stuff. We're still on Tom King's run, but now they released like a new Wonder Woman villain who's called the Matriarch, who's like the daughter of the previous villain that everybody hated. And not in a good way, by the way. Everybody hated that villain because they dislike like the writing. And she's the daughter of that disliked villain. And her writing is just so much not better. Because her writing... Aw. Oh, the potatoes. Wait. Okay. I'm not gonna do that joke about like Italian word for what Italians use the word for potato for. You burned what? But I was gonna say is that I'm looking. Relax. Relax, baby. Don't worry. We're kind of fucked because I don't have the shield anymore. Sorry, if you say look in, you can't also type shit in the chat because I get distracted to read it, you know. Oh, what? Where did... What? How did I get the shield back? What? Does they restart the shield if you have like, if you start the Absolute Radiance? That's weird. Because like clearly the shield is like broken right now, but I don't know why it's still appears when I Okay, the shield is fully fixed now, I guess. That's weird. Oh fuck, it's not this. Fuck, okay. Ah, fuck. Oh fuck, okay. Oh, come on. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was very close. Because I already beat Radiance in like the boss room where like you get to retry the boom. Well, no, okay, here's the thing. It's like I can talk and I can play, right? I can talk and I can play. The problem is that like in this case, SMB goes like, oh, shut up and lock in. And I go like, well, I cannot really shut up and lock in if you asking me to like if you're chatting, you know, like you can have one or the other. I can talk and I can play, you know, there's no problem with that. The problem is like if you're gonna write stuff in the chat, I'm gonna like get distracted and read it, you know. So it's like it's not directly me being like trying to be rude. It's just like if you're saying shut up and lock in, you gotta stop chatting. But if you're saying if you want me to keep talking, you gotta let me talk, you know. Anyway, so what I was gonna say is that like, so the new Matriarch comic book, I don't know, it's so ass in terms of like in terms of its writing. Purely because like of how it like starts. Well, because I don't know how to dodge the balls very well, so I'm like I gotta like heal up a little bit. If I'm gonna like tank all this shit, you know. Cause like I don't know how to dodge radiant balls, you know. So I gotta like heal up in order to not get killed. Yeah, I saw one time during my run, like casting a spell like destroys all the balls, but I'm like, but I don't know if I can like do it. You know. Like what would your recommendation? Because yours a resident mage in here, okay? Yours a wizard, so you gotta tell me how when should I be casting the spells specifically? Especially because if you look at my charms, right? Like not a lot of them are spell oriented. So the question is, you know, when do I cast the spells? Like I'm a sword kind of guy. Anyway, so what I was talking about, Matriarch in the new Wonder Woman comic book. Her introduction is so ass for so many reasons. Number one, we get like a visual of the new world order under Matriarch. Healing. Every specifically male superhero. Like none of them are women, all of them are male superheroes, which is kind of funny. I'm sorry, it's like back in 2016 during like Gamergate eras, there would be so many right-wing YouTubers go like feminists are out of control. How is it? They're fucking killing Batman, Superman, fucking Martian Manhunter. Like every guy gets killed. But like right as they get killed, they all say last thing is like I believe the world's gonna do better because Wonder Woman. Because Wonder Woman will save us. It's like every last one of them. And it's like, number one, it's so funny how like they're like almost religious about like Wonder Woman saving them. Because it's like, out of all superheroes you can name, only Wonder Woman is the one that can save everybody. Okay, I see how it is. The glaze is thick. Like the glaze is unbelievable. But then, which also, by the way, again, like they killed Superman. They killed Martian Manhunter. The heaviest of hitters in DC Universe got killed off, and like Wonder Woman is like the key part to like saving everybody, who's like doesn't even hit as hard as all of them, you know. But sure, Wonder Woman will save everybody. Like everybody's praying for Wonder Woman. Like Superman looked in like his panel, like he came out straight out of Auschwitz. He was cooked. Anyway, but by the end of it all, then they also have like a bunch of panels of like this villain Matriarch, killing off all Wonder Woman, all super villains, which is, well, number one, because the reason Matriarch became like Wonder Woman supervillain, like out of universe, because writers for whatever reason want Wonder Woman to have like an equivalent to Superman's Lex Luthor or Batman's the Joker, you know, like they want like that like antagonist that like that only Wonder Woman specific antagonist. The problem is Absolute Wonder Woman already demonstrated that they have the Wonder Woman has like an equivalent to the Lex Luthor and the Joker. Wonder Woman has an equivalent supervillain, but for whatever reason they want to make a new one, which honestly kind of sucks ass. It's like it's not as good. For one key point, right now Wonder Woman is a grown woman. Neither one of those. So in Absolute Wonder Woman, they actually do give one. So they use one of the older Wonder Woman villains as like essentially the primary antagonist for this Wonder Woman, and the primary antagonist for Absolute Wonder Woman is actually equivalent of like Lex Luthor, because it's a smart politician or businessman woman who's like essentially, what if Wonder Woman did not was not like inspiring hope, and wasn't like people didn't listen to Wonder Woman because like they like inspired by Wonder Woman, but listen to Wonder Woman because they're like terrified of her. Yes, Mercy, exactly. That's the person I was thinking about. I forgot her name, but yeah. They made her the Wonder Woman like Lex Luthor, and like the point of her is the fact that she's like the people listen to Wonder Woman because she's like you know, she's like if Captain America walked over and was like do this, and you kind of go like yes ma'am. You listen to Mercy because she's gonna fucking kill you. And while you have this brilliant like equivalent to essentially Wonder Woman version of Lex Luthor, they were like, what if we make a new version of Wonder Woman Lex Luthor, and it's gonna be a daughter of a previous guy who nobody liked, and she's like half Amazonian, and then she beats the fuck out of all of Wonder Woman previous villains, including the guy named Angleman. The guy named Angleman, whose main power is fucking triangles or something, and I didn't figure it out because when he showed up, he was like, "What is this place? They put me in this suit and now I'm like in front of you," and then she kills him. So like, number one, again, disrespectful to all the previous Wonder Woman villains. ITA. Anyway, so number one, disrespectful to all the previous Wonder Woman villains because she immediately kills all the previous Wonder Woman villains. Every single one of Wonder Woman villains just gets killed off unceremoniously because she gotta prove that she's biggest and baddest, which is similar to how in Star Trek, if anybody familiar, there is such thing as Worf effect, which is there is a guy called Worf who's from like an alien species who's like renowned for their combat ability, and like every single villain who's like strong beats the fuck out of Worf because otherwise they cannot prove that they're strong. They prove that they're strong because by beating the fuck out of Worf. And the same way to prove that Matriarch is new strongest baddest villain in Wonder Woman gallery, he beats the fuck out of all of Wonder Woman villains. Which I personally, here's the thing, they should hire me to write Wonder Woman comics. I hate Wonder Woman, but I'll straighten this shit out. I make it good, okay? I'll put her in like a skimpy bikini and like a schoolgirl dress, and like it's gonna work out. Anyway, what I'm saying is that like logistically they should have made her like a new conniving villain. And yes. They should have made her like a new conniving villain. She arrives on the scene and she like organizes all the previous Wonder Woman villain. Like he meets Angleman, she goes like, this man like not very useful, we killed him all. She meets Giganta, she goes, Giganta was very easy to persuade. He meets whatever else like Cheetah. He goes like, Cheetah like disagreed with my method, so I had to kill her so she didn't ruin my plan. So she didn't like spill the beans because she was like trying to be like honorable hunt against Wonder Woman. Like, you know, shit like that. They had to have they should have made her like a master tactician. Similar way, in the most recent Batman comic book, they introduced a new villain who's like a Minotaur. Like he wears like a bull head on his head, and he's like essentially, and he's presented as like he used to be a secret crime boss of like entirety of Gotham, and Batman never knew about him because he's just was like a bank for mafia families. He was equivalent to like just like an accountant, you know. He was just like telling mafia families, okay, invest in this to clean your like shit and stuff. So, like when Batman meets him, like he, when Batman is told about him, he's like, who the fuck am I talking about? And he's like, that's how terrifying this character is. Batman, the world's greatest detective, didn't know about this guy working behind the scenes entire time. He was behind the scenes the entire time. Batman was beating the fuck out of Vandal Savage. He was controlling Killer Croc. He was doing all of this stuff, and this guy was under his radar, amassing powers the entire time. And that's what they should have done with Matriarch. Matriarch was amassing power while Wonder Woman was not looking. Wonder Woman was like, I don't know, beating the fuck out of Giganta and thinking where Angleman went this entire time. While Matriarch was like fucking organizing everything behind the scenes, you know? That's what they should have done, but they didn't. They didn't. They just made her beat the fuck out of all the old villains just to show that she's strong. Also, like, her powers, like, I don't know what the fuck her powers are yet, because all we know is that she's like half Amazonian. Well, I guess full Amazonian, I guess. I don't know if there's like such thing as half Amazonian, but like she's Amazonian, and she has power rank for some reason. And like that's why she's like super strong. But like, are you telling me that's like that? Like, Diana was literally made by God. Diana was literally made by gods and given all kinds of like godly blessings. You're telling me that like purely because she's like half Amazonian and like has a power ring, she managed to not only overpower every single superhero on the planet, but also all the villains that Wonder Woman was struggling with in previous issue. In previous issue, Wonder Woman struggled to beat fucking Giganta, and like this bitch killed her. Like, you kidding me right now? Like, this is your answer? Okay, we're gonna figure out what her powers is. Maybe she's like blessed by all like antithesis of all the gods. I don't know. Like she like similar to how her dad had like the lasso of lies. He has like the blessing of like. Actually, what fucking Greek god, ancient like Egyptian gods or something? Because like there's a lot of gods that like Wonder Woman got blessing from, but they're Greek, right? Like she got like Norse god blessings or something. Anyway, all I'm saying, make Wonder Woman great again. No, he was never good anyway. But all I'm saying is that like you gotta, I don't know, like you gotta start off from scratch. That's why I like Absolute Wonder Woman. Yeah, but that's why I like Absolute Wonder Woman. Absolute Wonder Woman starts over from bare scratch. They really like made it really good. Like honestly, just let the guy who wrote Absolute Wonder Woman, guy or gal, whoever the fuck wrote them, let them write main Wonder Woman comics. But no, if we're talking about like make Wonder Woman great again, like that's never possible because Wonder Woman began as like a guy's fetish. So you really didn't want to go there. Like if we're gonna like go back to origin of Wonder Woman, we're gonna have her in way more BDSM. Like Wonder Woman, if we're gonna go back to like origins, Wonder Woman gonna end up like a dominatrix or something. Wonder Woman gonna be on like a fetish con. And then we're gonna put her in string bikini and schoolgirl outfit, okay? And that's when it all goes full circle. Actually, like overall, I think like I like all Wonder Woman outfits. Like Wonder Woman had like many different like iterations, obviously, and like every superhero. But like some superhero outfits, I don't like the changes or like certain like example like I don't like the Batman and Superman have like what's it called have like shorts, boxer shorts or whatever. Actually no, so okay, so they have like what's called they have like fucking underwear on top of their like suits, right? And like depending on the iteration, it's either like fucking speedo essentially, or it's like shorts. And like in the most recent Superman movie, I like the short idea of it being like shorts more, because it kind of like it being like straight up like speedo is so fucking dumb in my opinion. I don't like underwear on top of like the uniform because I always think it's silly. But like the shorts kind of like work better for me at least. Like the idea that like Superman wears like shorts on top of the suit. Anyway, so what I mean is that like I don't like any suit that has like the underwear on top. But Wonder Woman, surprisingly, like I like all of her suits. Like her classic like 80s or 90s or whatever. Like the basing suit. Superhero suit, I like it. I like the New 52 where they put the like pants on her, where she was like in like her superhero suit but also pants. I was like, that's pretty cool. I like the skirt. Skirt is also pretty cool. I like the skirts and superhero. Like all of her suits are actually pretty dope. I like them. Like that's the only thing that I can like talk positively about Wonder Woman straight up. Like all of her like outfits are kind of actually like visually don't look as goofy to me as like some like Batman suits. Like some Batman suit where it's like full blue, it's like fucking emblem in the middle of the yellow emblem in the middle of the chest, underwear on top. I'm like, that's kind of silly. All of the Wonder Woman suits are kind of cool. I like them. They also never gave her cape. I think she never wore cape in any one of her comics. We should find one where she gets a cape. Like, one thing where I can praise Wonder Woman is just she never had the best suit. And that's also, again, this is actually more surprising to me now as I think about it. Because there is like, it's not simply because she's a woman and thus I'm like attracted to her. Because there is like suits that like I find like, oh, this is like a sexy suit, but like it's goofy as fuck. It's like Power Girl suit, right? Power Girl suit where it's like a boob window. Like Power Girl suit, yeah, it's like hot as hell, but like at the same time it's so goofy. It's like a boob window in the middle of the suit. I know that they found like an explanation for it later on. Like later on they were like oh, the reason Power Girl had like a no, not Powerpuff Girl, Power Girl. Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? Powerpuff Girl. What the fuck are you thinking before? God damn it! Like Powerpuff Girl. Like no, that from Powerpuff Girl you got the mayor's secretary. You know, the tall ginger lady with like curly hair. Like hell yeah, I can work with that. I can work with that. But like Powerpuff Girl, who the fuck are you talking about? Don't fucking concern, goddamn. Who the fuck are you taking me for, goddamn? We're good friends. You should know me better. Also, like we're talking about like, to be fair, Powerpuff Girls are superheroes, but like I never would have like talked about Powerpuff Girls in the same vein as I'm talking about like Wonder Woman and Batman and so on. Anyway, what I mean is Power Girl. Her suit is like a essentially like a swimsuit with a massive boob window in the middle, and like it's so like it's hot, yeah, but like at the same time it's also goofy as fuck. Like you have massive boob window, which is like why the fuck does she have it? You know, like. And like there was an explanation in like a later comic where they went like the reason she has a boob window is because originally she was like, she had like an emblem of like Superman in there in the middle, the same ways that like Supergirl has it. But then she was like, she was trying to find herself, and so she removed it, and so it was like a boob window in the middle, but like, you know, it's goofy. That's reasonable, but like it was explanation like way later. We all know the real reason she had boob windows because it's fucking hot. It's because like the artist was like, I want to grab them titties and go, brrr, you know, like, because the artist was like, brrr. like on account of the fact that Power Girl is like the same age. Yeah. Especially on account of the fact that Power Girl is the same age as Supergirl, technically. Like sometimes she's like older, sometimes she's younger, but she's technically genetically Supergirl. But Supergirl has less tits. Like the difference between Power Girl and Supergirl is legitimately that Power Girl has bigger tits. Like they have the same powers, but Power Girl has bigger tits. And sometimes weakness to wood, which is also pretty funny. It's sometimes it's a weird so like Power Girl technically is from like a different like because of all the like continuity issues, like I cannot say which one is true and which one is not, but like sometimes she's like a clone of Kara Zor-El, sometimes she's like a alternative universe Kara Zor-El, but like in one of the universes her weakness is naturally made materials. Like not kryptonite, naturally made materials. So, for example, wood. So you can literally restrain her with a big stick. And, you know, there's so many jokes I can make about me. So, there's so many jokes I can make about me restraining her with a wood, okay? Fuck. There is so many jokes, and I need to make all of them. Okay, see you later. Thank you for being on screen. Yep, charge up your phone. Oh, fucker. No. God damn it. Oh. I do. Yeah. So yeah, Power Girl has a goofy ass suit. But Wonder Woman surprisingly doesn't have one. She didn't have, I don't think she ever had like a suit where it was just a boob window. Made Wonder Woman, but this time, tits are out. Like, this time it is a string bikini. Oh fuck. Me when I have to design superhero and it's not a Bubarella. Suddenly was on some different shit when he was writing Stripperella for real. I've wrote a superhero. She's a spy, but also a stripper. Genius, then. Thank you. Then you're a goddamn genius. so hot right now. God damn it. God damn it. Hold up. Boom, baby. Damn, that was a short one. That was a short down. Oops, my bad. These are actually in-game. Was there like a launch like this one? I think there was. I think in the second game there was like a launch like PD like that one. And kind of like she never like would be like frozen. Yeah, this bitch gonna come here. Fucker. Unbelievable. I just want to be over, please. Just let me fucking leave, god damn it. I defeated Absolute Radiance by myself. Just want this to be over. Come on, stop fucking pressing like that. Goddamn.
Finner.
No, I don't know if I talked about this. Now that I'm on like on comic book side. There was a thing that I saw, which was the fact that okay, so if you don't know, actually I don't know. Let's go with this angle. So I saw a post that essentially said, "Did you know that the creator of Miles Morales, the character from Marvel Comics, has not received any compensation for use of her character. I think it's her. I think it's a woman, if I'm correct. For use of her character in Marvel, in like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and like and the game about Spider-Man 2 Miles Morales, right? Like she did not receive any financial compensation for use of her character. And I was, of course she did. Like that is, and they were like, if you want to support, buy comic book with her as an author. And I was like, of course she didn't receive any compensation. That's not how comic book is. Very few comic book artists or creators get compensated for the characters that they created. It may be because of Stan Lee. People often think that like character rights are often belonging to the person who created the character, but it's very often not. The most well-known case where a person was compensated for every use of their character was creator of Batman, who was actually not even the one who created. Well, okay. So initially, the guy who created Batman, he created the idea of okay, the guy dresses up as a bat. He like drawn a guy with like bat wings and like a red costume. And then later is a guy called Dick Finger, I think. No, is it Bill Finger? He was working together with him to improve the character, and a lot of stuff that Bill, I think the name of the guy is Bill Finger. A lot of the stuff that he inputted was final input, final draft of the character, versus stuff that the other guy created was like, oh, kind of boring, you know. Like he as far as I know, the creator, the person who's addressed as creator of Batman, he was pretty good artist, but not a good in terms of a creative input. Anyway, and the guy who's addressed as the creator of Batman was compensated for every show of Batman, mostly because his dad was the lawyer, and he used his dad to like draft a very litigious contract that in perpetuity addressed him as the creator of Batman. And in this case, the actual creator, Bill Finger, was never properly compensated for any input that he had in the character, including the fact that he created the Robin, he created the Cape and Cowl idea, he created the idea of him being like a detective, but he was not compensated for it entirely. Anyway, but that's kind of the story of every single comic book creator on Earth. Every single person who created a unique character pretty often would end up with that character not belonging to them, but belonging to some sort of company that they worked for, etc., etc., etc. Including, obviously, the creator of... why am I dying so much? Miles Morales, who, when creating Miles Morales, had probably signed a contract that stated that Marvel Comics owns the rights to Miles Morales in perpetuity. That's kind of how it works. Like, the idea that Marvel Comics would need to later compensate them for the work already done is kind of unheard of. At the very least, very little is heard of such cases. Mostly because, I mean, you are hired to create a character. You are told that beforehand, so if you create something, kind of their property now. And it's also because, well, maybe what you wrote is not very good. Like, example, Wonder Woman. For example, Wonder Woman is a trash character, and now it belongs to DC Comics. And if it forever belonged to the guy who created Wonder Woman, she would always be his personal fetish couple, okay? Like, if it was up to the guy who created originally created Wonder Woman, you would have just so much fetish stuff for her. And he would be like, no, it's art. No, dude, you're writing about Wonder Woman being tied up for 300 times is not art. No, putting a gag in her mouth is not art. I mean, it's kind of art, but like, we both know who's right and wrong. Anyway, so yeah, Miles Morales, like, it's in the same way. There's actually, if you are an aspiring comic book author and want to work for DC or Marvel Comics, and you want to keep your character belonging to you, you need to like lawyer up, because anything you create for Marvel Comics will belong to Marvel Comics. You would need to lawyer up with good example of that being so I'm a Warhammer nerd, and I like Warhammer, and in it they have a faction that most like they've been have some movements about this faction, but like not a lot of it, because so essentially GW, a company, Games Workshop, had commissioned a comic book agency to make a comic in their setting with like I don't know how much the input was, but like they commissioned it, and in that setting there's like a new fifth god of chaos, and well, that was a little bit confusing because the god himself is the god of nothing but chaos itself. Like it's called Malal, and like he's literally god of chaos, but also the entire faction of those gods is called chaos gods, so it's like that one's a little bit a doozy. But anyways, they created that comic book. They made they made this new chaos god, and what happened is that GW, Games Workshop, was trying to then use that chaos god in other works, and the comic book were like, okay, so you're gonna give us a cut for that? And GW was like, no, we commissioned you to create, and turns out that nobody wrote a clear contract about like who owns what. So in the end of it all, like, because of the true chaos god was legal system, and by the end of it all, like the entire faction is kind of like in a gray area of like we don't know who it belongs to. And so because of that, there has been recently mentioning of that faction in passing, but we don't know like if they're finally gonna bring in the new gas god or not. But by the end of it, what we do know is that the legal system is a bitch, and the only way, and if you created a comic book and you don't own the what's it called, and you don't own the publishing, not the publishing, don't own the companies that publishes your fuck. You don't own the publishing company, you're gonna need to lawyer up if you wanna keep the fucking character. And in fact, it's very difficult to even keep your character if you even if you do things the right way, quote unquote. It is pretty hard to keep your own character because oh, okay, here's an example. Back in the day, Marvel created a guy called Power Man, called Luke Cage, who is a very well-known superhero right now who goes mostly by Luke Cage, but before he used to go by Power Man. And also, they created a superhero called Wonder Man, who has recently been given. It's funny that like Wonder Man is also black now. He used to be white in the comics, but like, there's a reason behind it. You can go research. I will not explain the entire thing. But anyway, Wonder Man and Power Man are the original Marvel characters, who both right now actually have TV shows. But both have TV shows. Right? But in DC Comics, they have Wonder Man and Power Girl, who are both created after Wonder Man and Power Man. So the question is, what would happen? Obviously, there is some sort of copyright infringement. That's kind of the reason why Shazam, formerly known as Captain Marvel, had to change his name because, you know, Marvel Comics wanted Captain Marvel. Yeah, there was like an entire court case for that. I'm not sure what the fuck that's supposed to represent. Like I can see it, but like I have no idea how to read that expression. Is that zombie? It's pretty cool. Anyway, so what I was saying is that Power Man and Wonder Man were Marvel property before the Power Girl and Wonder Woman were DC property. So because of that, during one of the issues, Marvel had made a comic book cover of like, in a bizarre world, Wonder Man and Power Man had changed genders. Now they are Wonder Woman and Power Girl. And then they like attached a copy of cease and desist from DC Universe, because DC was like, yo, you cannot be making. But that's so what I mean is that even if you make a character, you call him something like, calls a character something like fuck Marvel. Yeah, that's supposed to be like a nerd emoji. Sorry, SMB. You might not find it interesting, but I do find it interesting in terms of like comic book history and the ideas that like, because the reason I started talking about it is purely because I saw like a post online that said like, did you know that creator of Miles Morales character had never received like any compensation for the use of her character in Miles Morales, there's a Into the Spider-Verse cartoon, or use of Miles Morales in second Spider-Man game, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of how comic book characters fucking work. And that's the reason I'm talking about this entire thing right now. Is mostly because, like, legitimately, if you're making a comic book and you're trying to have your own unique character, do not steal. It is very difficult to keep them. Your unique character, do not steal, including the fact that Marvel Comics probably owns like somebody like Name the Same or something. Like, you're gonna call your character like Crash, and like in early 2000s, Stan Lee wrote Crash on like table napkins that they kept in the safe. So now your character Crash is part of Marvel fucking Cinematic Universe or something. I'm also sweating fucking bullets. Like, there's sweat dripping down my back. God damn. Which, by the way, just reminded me something. I saw another online post where a guy was like, you know you're putting in work when her sweat drips down your back, and it's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, what do you mean her sweat drips down your back? What position are you in? Okay, fine. Fucking hate this guy. I died because of him. God damn. Unbelievable. So wait, you said you were playing Hollow Knight. Why were you playing Hollow Knight? What was happening? You're trying Pentium 5, all restrictions, or what you doing? What are you doing, SMB? Do tell. Is that a frog? It looks like a frog. Oh, fuck. Oh, cool. Well, what kind of fun game? Like the Christian Undertale? The Christian Undertale mod? Did you know Jesus Christ is risen? "2,000 years ago, a man named Jesus Christ has united monsters and humans in the teaching of our Lord and Savior." That one was actually pretty good. I find it pretty fun. Honestly, I think I don't know. I think I wouldn't mind that kind of soft indoctrination into religion, where you like make a good game, but it's like Christian, you know? Like maybe a little bit better than Christian Undertale mode, where like everything's replaced just talking about Jesus. Toxic. Because personally speaking, I mean, there could be like an interesting way to make a Christian game. Like, there was this game, I don't remember what it was called, but the premise was essentially you're like a messiah. No, sorry, I'm pretty sure the premise was like you're the Antichrist. Did I cross? But the premise was essentially you're like the Antichrist himself. But like you have like two choices to either be good or bad. And if you good, you get like literal like you get spells out of like 7 plagues of Egypt. Like you get to turn people into like salt stones and like turns the water into wine, you know? And if you choose like the evil path, you get to burn people or something. I don't remember what exactly it was. But like and also you get like two women. One being like an angel and another being like a succubus. And like depending on if you do like good choices or bad choices, they go like each one gonna be more attractive to you. Like that was a game, and now that I remember it, actually, I think it's like that would be a pretty good indoctrination into like religion. Because the reason I got like not indoctrinated because I'm not super religious, but like the reason I know reasonably a lot about Christianity and like Muslimanity and Judaism is mostly because I was consuming media where they like had like I was consuming stuff like what's it called like one of my favorite movies was Indiana Jones, right? The Indiana Jones trilogy. And like when you like watch Indiana Jones and you have like literally the Holy Grail and literally the Ark of the Covenant, right? It kind of makes you like go, shit, this is kind of interesting, you know? I think that's beautiful. Oh, you go kind of like them. I want to know more. What is the Ark of the Covenant? And the Ark of the Covenant is, okay, essentially it boils down to Moses was given 10 commandments by our Lord Yahweh. And then those commandments later were not to be used and to be stored in a box with precise measurement from Lord God. And then no human to carry them because they would just literally like rise up and float wherever like the true what's it called the true chosen of Lord God are. So for example in Bible there is a moment where what the fuck his name? King David, right? King David is under attack from one of his sons. Complicated political game. But some of the King David servants were like, okay, so we're gonna pick up Ark of the Covenant and like carry it over. And David was like, if God wills it, it will just follow it. If God wills it to remain here, we'll like not die for the Ark of the Covenant. It's like for, you know, God, like it's gonna end up in our hands if God wants it. And then somebody didn't listen and like tried to move it and then got struck by lightning. So, you know. I think David had like the right idea. Anyway, by the end of it, David still like wins the war and Ark of the Covenant ends up back in David's hands. That's kind of like the point of it. The true chosen of our Lord. And that's how I know that Israel is not truly protected by Yahweh, because where is the Ark of the Covenant, huh? In Yahoo, where is the Ark? Goddamn. Where is the art? I know you fucks have it. Bro, imagine if Ark is real right now as we speak. And like it's like they have it like chained up somewhere, right? So it doesn't move, but like there's like somewhere is like the rightful owner of like Jerusalem. And like the Ark is like really straining itself to go into that direction, you know? There's like a guy somewhere out there who's like very nice, chosen of God. And then and the Ark is like fucking it's like fooling itself. It's encased in like a titanium tungsten cube. Like every second it's like inch by inch getting closer. Yo, let's go. Unbelievable. Managed to. Rare W. Actually, no, the solution would be different. If there was like a confirmed chosen of God to be the true ruler of children of Israel, then like the government would have found him because like they would like follow the Ark and then would grab the guy and just fucking deadbolt him to the Ark and like have him live there as long as like humanly possible. And then every time he dies, they go find the next one. Every like 80 or so years they find like a new guy who like God chose as like the true ruler of people of the people. By the way, none of this is anti-Semitic, I think. Like, if anybody is saying that this is anti-Semitic, I'm sorry, but like, none of this is meant to be this way. Alright, we're just talking about Old Testament, right? I'm just a Bible guy. Bible, Old Testament, New Testament, a little bit of Quran, Torah, you know, all the classic shit. It's a classic. What? Number one, yeah, I'm a VTuber model. I don't know how to tell you that. But number two, I was drinking on stream multiple times. I would say something like I love a soda, and then like I would open like a bottle of soda or something and take a drink from it. So it's like most of the time whenever I drink something. Okay. Well, maybe you should watch more of my streams. The solution to seeing more of me drinking in stream is to watch more of my streams. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And I surely since 30th of November I had drunk like liquids on stream. Actually, wait, you were on stream when I was doing the drinking karaoke. I was literally drinking during that stream. You're literally on the stream during me drinking alcohol and celebrating New Year's. Were you not? No, if you were at the end, I would still be drinking during that time. I was drinking the entire time. I was drinking from the beginning to the end of the stream, so, you know. Also, the end is when I was doing the karaoke as well. Because I was doing karaoke by the very end of the stream as well. During the countdown, I was like, well, countdown, let's do like Happy New Year, you know? Fuck. I remember the joke and it fucking made me laugh. Okay. Fuck, okay. Not bad. Sometimes my C doesn't react to it. What a point perfect dodge it was. Whoops. Fuck. That one didn't work. Fuck. Oh. Too slow. I'm pretty locked in. Pretty good. Weird that there's nothing here. Big brother, how's it going, big brother? He deals like 4 points of damage? No. Is it 2 points of damage? Fuck. God damn, fuck you. The music is very dramatic. I don't know. Oops. No, come on. Oh, fucker. Okay, you know what? You wanna see me beat Radiance? Fuck that. What, you didn't? Do you mean like, oh, I should lock in? I was pretty locked in. It just, I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. It's been 3 hours, 11 minutes. So, you know, it kinda takes a while. Bro, it's been 3 hours. I've been fucking doing this for 3 hours straight. It's tired, okay? You wanna see me beat fucking Radiance? Here you go. No, this is this. I think this is gonna be like the last stream of Hollow Knight. Like legitimately, by this point, I don't particularly want to do another 3-hour run of this. You know. No, well, number one, again, I'm not gonna try one more today. Because this is gonna be like the last, I'm gonna beat Radiance here and be done with it. And on stream, I don't know, maybe if I'm gonna like finish. No, even then. Because here's, again, the big problem is the fact that the entire run takes entire hour of my time. At minimum. At minimum, it takes minimum. So what I'm saying is that like at minimum, it takes entire hour of my time per run. And I just don't wanna fucking do it again. Fuck. Ah, sounded. Okay, one more run of Radiance, and I'm done with it. Because I at least can defeat Radiance on stream. And I'm gonna be done with streaming Hollow Knight Pantheon 5. Because I'm legitimately, it takes an hour of my time just to clear it. It doesn't make sense. It just takes so fucking long. It's unbelievable. Maybe I'll come back to it again at one point in time, but I don't know if it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be like in a couple of months' time. Not. I don't know. Maybe. Like at the very least, for next couple of Fridays, I don't want to spend my time trying to beat fucking Pantheon 5. Like, one of the things that I was planning to do is when Hollow Knight Silksong DLC comes out. I was planning to replay the entirety of Hollow Knight Silksong, right? So, if I'm gonna replay entirety of Hollow Knight Silksong during the Zero of Sorrow, after the Zero of Sorrow DLC comes out, I might can be like Brian on stream Pantheon 5. By that point, I will definitely record and just have Pantheon 5 gameplay of like just finishing off Radiance. Fuck. Gotta- I don't know, it's gonna be... Wow, what the fuck? I looked at where I was having my hand and just full of fucking grease and shit. Just from my hand sweat. I don't know what is gonna be on Sundays. From now on. It's gonna be something different. Well, on account of the fact that I'm gonna take like a 2-week break to visit my friend next month, so it's probably gonna be some light game because before Pantheon 5 of Hollow Knight, my Sundays were just a random game stream where I take like a small indie game that like doesn't take a lot of time to beat, and I would beat it in like a stream mode. The only reason it's now Pantheon 5 of Hollow Knight the entire time is because it just takes so fucking long to beat Pantheon 5 of Hollow Knight. Actually, to be fair, when I started it, I didn't do... It wasn't still Pantheon 5, it was... I was still on, I think, Pantheon 4. But even then, no. I was like... I was hoping for it to be over 5 streams ago. I was hoping to be over with like Pantheon 5 like a while ago, and for it to return to small like indie games I found on Sundays. you motherfucker. Ah, fuck. Okay, you know what? I'm wrapping up. That's all. That's done. Clearly, no more progress can be made. This is all. Tomorrow, I still didn't decide what I'm gonna play tomorrow. After tomorrow, again undecided. Wednesday, Thursday, Dead Space 2. Hades 2 after that. Something new on Sunday. No, it's not Hytale. It's not Hytale tomorrow, but number one, I don't think I'll ever play Hytale. Like it's the same way I don't think I'll ever be playing Fortnite. Honestly, that would be entertaining, but also I don't think so. No, I don't think it's gonna be Undertale. All of your suggestions are ending with stale, huh? But anyway, I don't know what it's gonna be. But I'm gonna choose something tomorrow. But I'm gonna be wrapping up on this note. I do love Uno. I wish I could. Well, if ever when I'm gonna visit my friend, I wish to play Uno with my friend. But yeah, I do like Uno. Uno is a good game. Anyway, but I'm wrapping up on this note. Well, so thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, SMB, for being here. Thank you very much. No more Pantheon 5 Hollow Knight on Sundays. I will maybe on my off time record finishing entirety of Pantheon and just upload it on the channel. Entirety of Pantheon 5. Just gonna upload the Pantheon 5 finale. But it's not gonna be on stream anymore. I just wanna like kind of cut it all out. On this note, I'm gonna be wrapping up. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.